2 years after Mel Gibson stunned the world with the release of The Passion of the Christ, the actor and director decided to present audiences with a wild historical drama entirely spoken in the Mayan language. Directed and co-written by Gibson, Apocalypto stood out for its cast composed of Native American and indigenous Mexican actors. This project marked Gibson's final directorial effort before his return in 2016 with Hacksaw Ridge. Set in the heart of the Yucatan region, Mexico, during the dawn of the 16th century, the film follows the epic journey of Jaguar Paw, a young hunter in the last days of the Mesoamerican era, along with his fellow tribe members. After being stripped of their village during a time marked by the civilization's decline, they are taken on a perilous path to a Mayan city where they are destined for human sacrifice. Upon its release, the film, which had a budget of $40 million, achieved a remarkable box office success, grossing over $120 million worldwide. It also received numerous positive reviews, highlighting Gibson's directorial skill. Although its box office success and critical reception were better than expected, the film didn't escape controversy and a couple of anecdotes that generated both positive and negative reactions. From a scene that endangered an actor's life, to a controversy about how the film portrayed the Mayan civilization and took certain liberties with its historical accuracy. Among the many challenges faced during filming, Gibson revealed that in the sequence where a black jaguar chases the protagonist, no CGI animal or special effects were used. Instead, a real jaguar appeared on screen. The actor risked his life to achieve what Gibson wanted on camera. The stunt, though extremely dangerous, ended up looking exactly as the director had envisioned it. Speaking about the real presence of the feline, Gibson explained that the jaguar was completely wild. These were his words. "People thought that thing wasn't in the shot. They thought we added it later, but it was actually chasing the guy." Of course, this wasn't a scene without safety measures. Gibson clarified that the jaguar was on a leash and could be restrained if necessary. While Apocalypto was a great success for Gibson, it also faced significant controversies after its release, being accused of racism on more than one occasion. In Guatemala, indigenous activists and community leaders strongly criticized the film, arguing that it presented a stereotypical and derogatory image of the Mayan civilization. According to them, the depictions of scarred Mayans practicing human sacrifices contributed to a racist and offensive view of their culture. Gibson interprets an offensive and racist notion that the Mayans were brutal to each other long before the Europeans arrived and therefore needed rescue, criticized the director of the Nahual Foundation, which promotes Mayan culture. The controversy escalated to the point where indigenous authorities in Guatemala requested the government to censor the film because it promoted a negative and distorted image of their society. On the other hand, Mexican director Juan Mora Catlet accused Gibson of plagiarism, claiming that Apocalypto contained scenes surprisingly similar to those in his film Return to Aztlan, shot in 1989. Catlet stated that after Gibson's production company requested a copy of his film, he only received minimal compensation. Despite the plagiarism accusations, Apocalypto earned recognition from notable Hollywood figures. Robert Duvall considered it the best movie I've seen in 25 years. Similarly, Quentin Tarantino called it a masterpiece, and Martin Scorsese admired the film for its boldness and the power of its execution. Even Spike Lee included it in his list of essential films of all time. After Hacksaw Ridge in 2016, Mel Gibson is set to return to directing with a sequel to The Passion of the Christ, which will focus on the events following the crucifixion. Additionally, he is preparing to direct and star alongside Danny Glover in the 5th installment of Lethal Weapon. Both projects are generating great anticipation among fans after a long period of inactivity that wasn't by choice. And if you want to learn more about why Mel Gibson distanced himself from Hollywood, I invite you to watch the video now appearing on your screen. See you in the next video.